Hi, I'm Tom, and this is Adult Game Reviews. This week I reviewed Villain's Legacy by Mad Scientist Lab. I got it off of Steam for $9.99. Imagine where you play a supervillain taking revenge on the superhero league for corruption and greed. While you're a villain, your goal is to help society, even if your methods are questionable morally. This is a fantastic idea for a visual novel, right? Think like Gru or Megamind.
I was destined to be a supervillain.
Then what if I told you that you could play Megamind, except make him horribly unlikable?
You really are the worst.
That's right, you get Villain's Legacy. Right now, Villain's Legacy has a very positive rating on Steam, and it blows my mind. Why? Let's find out. First, if you like the video, please like it and subscribe if you aren't. I'll be announcing what the mystery game is with a new mystery game later in the video, so stay tuned for that. Let's get into the premise. You play the very interesting looking MC, whose wife leaves you for another man. You then get caught up in a fight with some supers and accidentally gain powers. So now you have the ability to take revenge on the corrupt system of superheroes, as well as get revenge on the guy for stealing your wife. So I have many thoughts about this game, but I will try and just stick to the main points. First, let's get into the visuals. The renders and animations are great. This game looks very pretty. The characters can look quite good too. The whole visual feel fits perfectly with the superhero world. Many people compare Villain's Legacy to The Boys, and I can totally see it.
That was diabolical.
There is music and sound effects. Some of the songs can be a little irritating, but again, this is another game that is pretty solid in the audio department. Again, you're not going to listen to the soundtrack outside of playing the game, but it does its job. Before we get back into Villain's Legacy, it's time to reveal the mystery game. If you guessed Come Home, you're a winner. I'll be adding all the correct answers into a randomized pool for the $25 Steam gift card. I will announce the winner later in December. I wish RJ Rhodes good luck on the final update, which is tentatively scheduled for summer of 2025, and whatever their next project is. So here are the clues for the next mystery game. 1. This is a sci-fi VN. 2. You're a cadet with the Terran Naval Academy. 3. You have 2 sisters. 4. Your father is a slimy businessman named after a month of the year. What game am I?
Call it.
Please comment down below with the correct answer. You have until December 7th to give the correct name. Good luck. Let's get back to Villain's Legacy. I kind of sped through the beginning mainly because your enjoyment of this game will depend on the story. The game starts with you and your wife joining the neighbors Lola and your superhero Vincent at their home. What happens? Well, you get humiliated by your wife, who then decides to leave you. This is your villain arc, right?
Wrong.
Usually when you lean into the MC getting humiliated, there has to be something likable about him. He's mean, bitter, has zero confidence, and is absolutely no fun. It's no wonder your wife leaves you.
He just sucks. He sucks so hard.
But I think there's a reason the whole setup fails. The plot design is pretty bad, and the writing doesn't help things. The whole goal of Villain's Legacy through a grindy and no fun sandbox mechanic is to systematically embarrass and humiliate the other supers. This will lower public confidence with the superhero league, which the MC claims is corrupt. However, the reasoning behind why he takes out supers is so poorly done. I mean, at best, it's fine. At worst, it's utterly stupid. I will give you an example. This is a spoiler for one of the minor supers paths. You can jump to the timestamp on the screen if you want to skip this. Okay, so one of the minor supers is Wonder Girl. She has the ability to walk through walls. She isn't very high on the totem pole, but she genuinely wants to help people. She tries hard, but according to the MC, all she cares about is her image. So he sets out to destroy her publicly. The first thing that she does is help people stuck in an elevator. The MC puts a chemical on the elevator so that the people she saves end up losing their clothes as she pulls them through the wall. The people she saves are so upset they berate her to the point of tears. Much worse things happen to her in the next couple of incidents. Okay, so let's break this down. 1, the public's reactions didn't really make sense. Everyone's reactions were so much more extreme than was realistic in the situation, and that's true for the entire VN. Well, through a series of incidences, kind of like I just described, you completely kill her career as a super. All she wanted to do was help. You feel bad for doing this, and you know how you make everything right with her? By getting her flowers and chocolates. The things she goes through I can't even mention on YouTube, and you get her flowers and chocolates, which she thanks you for.
I was conning you, that's what I am. I'm a con man.
This was horribly done just from plot and character development standpoint. This legitimately didn't make any sense. The sad thing is, this isn't the only super storyline that didn't really make sense. Everything is so black and white that it left no nuance in the game. No one in this game felt like a person, so it was hard to take them seriously. I can tell you that there are only 2 girls in the entire game that I found likable. Cat Noir and Wonder Girl. The Cat Noir storyline was fine, but they felt like wasted characters. There are awkward sentences, poor word usage, and the problems with clarity. The writing made it impossible to actually connect with the MC early on. It made most of the scenarios with how you take out the supers nonsensical. Now, it's not Project Atmosphere bad level of writing, but there were times I wonder if anyone actually proofread this at all. And even when there were funny moments, they were usually ruined by too much dialogue. They would repeat the same jokes or the same lines over and over. Your first 2 minions were funny at first, but got old really fast pass when the smart one called the dumb one dumb for the 100th time. Villain's Legacy is full of great ideas, one of the reasons I actually finished it. The visuals look great, the ideas are fantastic, but the execution is really rough. The sandbox style mechanic where you have to go to work to grind money to buy materials off of Villain Amazon and make weapons is so mind-numbingly lacking in creativity that it's an utter waste of time. When you actually do the grinding mechanic, there's a limited number of storylines that you can actually see. I would just hit fast forward when I was grinding money because there was nothing about the grind that was fun or interesting. Now, I want to make this clear. There are actual storylines you can unlock through the grinding mechanic. There just isn't enough to actually make it worth it. The writing wasn't good enough to make the villain likable. He's a sad loser, and by the time I finished the game, I disliked the MC a little less than I did when I started, but that's not the same thing as liking it. The game made sense, I felt like it lacked creativity. When it didn't make sense, it was just plain stupid. It really hurts me to say this because this is such a good idea. I just wish the execution was better. For these reasons, this is a pass. If you had a different experience, let me know down below. Also, don't forget to guess the mystery game. I want to thank all my backers, and if you haven't seen my review of Mech Academy, you can check that out right here. Thanks again. Until next time.